Hey there, it's therapy and relaxation. Today, we're talking about stages of grief, a comprehensive guide to understanding loss. Let's go! Grief is a universal experience, touching every individual in profound and personal ways. When loss strikes, whether through the death of a loved one, the end of a significant relationship, or even a major life transition, it sets in motion a journey through complex emotional landscapes. This journey, though deeply personal, often follows a recognizable pattern known as the stages of grief and loss. Understanding these stages can offer a sense of guidance and even comfort as we navigate our own paths or support others through these challenging times. The journey frequently begins with shock and denial. Loss can be so overwhelming that, at first, it's hard to believe it's real. The mind, in an effort to shield us from the full force of pain, instinctively responds with disbelief. In those earliest moments, people might find themselves numb, moving through life on autopilot, unable to fully grasp the reality of what has happened. Thoughts may surface like, "This can't be happening," or "There must be some mistake." This initial shock can manifest as emotional detachment, or even laughter at inappropriate moments, as the psyche struggles to process the enormity of the situation. Denial is not a sign of weakness or an unwillingness to face reality. It's a natural buffer, a psychological defense that gives us time to come to terms with loss in more manageable increments. But as the numbness begins to fade, it is often replaced by a suffocating sense of pain and guilt. The protective veil of denial slowly lifts, exposing raw, intense emotions. Heartache, longing, and waves of deep sorrow wash over the bereaved. The pain of loss can be both emotional and physical, manifesting as heavy chests, aching hearts, or overwhelming exhaustion. Alongside pain, guilt often emerges. We might replay moments in our minds, wondering if we could have done something differently, said something more, or prevented the loss altogether. These if-only thoughts can become obsessive, feeding into a cycle of self-blame. Accepting that grief brings pain and guilt is crucial. It's a testament to the depth of our love and connection, and a normal step in the path toward healing. As these emotions mount, anger and bargaining take shape. Grief can be infuriating. The helplessness and injustice of loss can ignite anger at ourselves, at others, at the doctors or authorities involved, or even at the person who has gone. "Why me?" is a common refrain, and anger can feel like a powerful, if temporary, way to regain control. Sometimes that anger turns outward, but it can also turn inward, compounding feelings of guilt. Alongside anger, bargaining may follow. We may find ourselves making deals with a higher power or searching for ways to restore what's been lost. "If only I had done this differently, maybe things would be different." Or, "Please, I'll do anything if you bring them back." This stage represents our struggle to make sense of the loss and to fight against a reality that feels unchangeable and deeply unfair. After anger and bargaining, many people experience a period of depression, reflection, and loneliness. This is often the lowest point in the journey. The reality of loss settles in. Life feels empty, and the weight of absence becomes painfully apparent. There is often a sense of isolation, as the rest of the world seems to move on while the grieving person is stuck in sorrow. Memories surface, sometimes bringing comfort, but often triggering new waves of sadness. The future without the loved one or lost reality feels unthinkable. This depression isn't simply a state of sadness, it's the natural reaction to profound loss. It's a time of quiet reflection, where questions abound and answers seem in short supply. It may feel never-ending, but even in this darkness, small flickers of hope and clarity can begin to emerge. In time, and often imperceptibly, the upward turn begins. This stage is marked by the subtle lifting of the darkest clouds. The acute pain of loss starts to diminish, and the intensity of emotions begins to subside. Though sadness may still arise, daily life becomes a bit more manageable, and moments of respite break through the sorrow. The world that once seemed gray and oppressive hints at color once more. Coping skills develop, and routines begin to re-establish themselves. Energy returns in small doses, making space for other emotions and thoughts alongside the grief. This is not a stage of forgetting or moving on. Instead, it's a gentle recognition that healing is possible, even as the loss remains significant. The next stage, reconstruction and working through, is one of active adjustment. Here, the focus turns to rebuilding a life disrupted by loss. Practical realities that once seemed insurmountable, like figuring out new routines, handling responsibilities, or making decisions alone, slowly become manageable challenges. Problem-solving skills return, and the grieving individual begins to piece together a sense of stability. It's a process of learning how to carry the loss while gradually returning to life's rhythm. Support from friends, family, or professionals can make an enormous difference at this stage, helping individuals to find new meaning, strength, and even growth within their changed circumstances. Each small step forward is evidence of resilience and the power of the human spirit to adapt. The final stage of grief is acceptance and hope. Acceptance is not about forgetting or erasing the importance of what or who was lost. Rather, it is a recognition of reality and a willingness to embrace life moving forward, carrying the memory of the loss as part of one's story. In this stage, individuals find peace, not because the pain is gone, but because they have learned to live with it. Acceptance brings with it the return of hope. There is confidence that, though things will never be the same, joy, meaning, and connection are possible once more. The lessons learned on the journey through grief become a source of inner strength and compassion, often deepening one's empathy and appreciation for life. No two experiences of grief are exactly alike. People may revisit stages, skip others entirely, or find themselves oscillating between them. Grieving is a deeply personal process, shaped by the nature of the loss, one's personality, support system, and life circumstances. But by understanding the stages of grief, shock and denial, pain and guilt, anger and bargaining, depression and reflection, the upward turn, reconstruction, and finally, acceptance and hope, individuals and their loved ones can better navigate the unpredictable tides of loss. In acknowledging grief, allowing space for each stage, and reaching for support, we honor both what we have lost and our enduring capacity to heal and find hope, even after the most challenging goodbyes. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe us and check out therapyandrelaxation.com for more. See you tomorrow.